If you are over 60, there is a very high probability that a specific bottle of oil is sitting in your kitchen cabinet right now. You likely bought it because the label prominently features a heart-healthy checkmark. Or perhaps your doctor specifically told you it was a better choice than butter or lard. You made the switch to protect your arteries, lower your cholesterol, and ensure you'd be around for your grandkids. But for a body over 60, this virtuous oil may be doing the exact opposite of what you intended. While it's marketed as a cardiovascular savior for many seniors, it is a hidden driver of systemic inflammation and oxidative stress, the very things that age your heart from the inside out. You think you're shielding your heart, but you might actually be fueling a slow-burning fire in your blood vessels. I'm not here to cause panic, but I'm here to reveal why the standard health advice from 30 years ago is failing our aging biology today. In this video, I'm going to reveal exactly which oil I'm talking about, the biological mechanism that makes it problematic after 60, and the much safer, more stable alternatives that truly protect your heart. Before you throw anything away or cook your next meal, you need to stay until the end to understand how to read the labels that are currently misleading you. Your heart deserves protection based on science, not just marketing promises. Why heart health changes after 60? Why does the oil you use matter so much more now than it did when you were 40? As we age, our cardiovascular system undergoes a natural stiffening. Our arteries become less elastic, making them more sensitive to fluctuations in blood pressure and inflammatory markers. After 60, we also face a higher baseline of inflammaging, a term scientists use to describe the low-grade chronic inflammation that comes with age. Our antioxidant defenses naturally decline, meaning our bodies are less equipped to handle oxidative stress, the cellular damage caused by unstable molecules. Perhaps most importantly, our insulin sensitivity and metabolic flexibility often drop. This means that an imbalance in the types of fats we eat, specifically the ratio between omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, has a much more profound impact on our health than it once did. What your body could easily buffer or process at 40 can become a significant metabolic burden at 65. The one-size-fits-all dietary advice of the past doesn't account for the fact that your blood vessels are now in a different stage of life, requiring more stability and less chemical noise. Reveal the healthy oil in question. The oils in question are highly refined seed oils, often marketed under the generic name vegetable oil, or specifically as soybean, corn, cottonseed, or safflower oil. For decades, these were championed because they are high in polyunsaturated fats and low in saturated fat, which was thought to be the only thing that mattered for cholesterol. However, these oils are extremely high in omega-6 fatty acids, linoleic acid. While we do need a small amount of omega-6, the modern diet has become completely flooded with it. These oils are inexpensive, they have a high smoke point, and they are hidden in almost every processed food from healthy salad dressings to crackers and breads. They aren't toxic in a single dose, but for a senior consuming them daily at home and in packaged goods, they create a massive imbalance. The shock angle here is that these oils are often so highly processed with chemicals and heat before they even reach your kitchen that they are already partially oxidized. You are essentially cooking with a stressed oil, which in turn stresses your aging heart. What happens inside your body? When you consume an excess of these refined seed oils, a step-by-step inflammatory process begins. Imbalance. The high omega-6 intake shifts your body's fatty acid balance away from the anti-inflammatory omega-3 south, signaling. Excess. Omega-6 can be converted into pro-inflammatory signaling molecules called eicosanoids. Oxidative stress. These unstable fats are prone to oxidizing in the bloodstream. When LDL cholesterol, the so-called bad cholesterol, becomes oxidized, it becomes much more likely to stick to your arterial walls and form plaque. Arterial strain. This chronic irritation leads to stiffening of the vessels and rising blood pressure. You might feel this as persistent joint stiffness, a general sense of fatigue, or seeing your cholesterol markers move in the wrong direction despite eating right. It's important to clarify. Your body needs fats, but it needs stable fats. These refined oils are like a flickering, unstable power source. They keep the lights on, but they cause surges of inflammation that damage the wiring of your heart over time. Why it may be worse for seniors. For adults over 60, this issue rarely appears overnight. It's cumulative. By this stage of life, the body has had decades of exposure to processed vegetable oils, refined carbohydrates, packaged snacks, and convenience foods that rely on inexpensive, unstable fats. Even if the amount seems small at the time, the repetition matters. The body keeps score over years, not days. As we age, body composition changes in predictable ways. Muscle mass gradually declines, a process known as sarcopenia. Muscle tissue is one of the primary sites for glucose disposal and metabolic buffering. In simple terms, muscle acts like a sponge for both sugar and circulating fats. When muscle mass decreases, that buffering capacity shrinks. The same amount of dietary fat and refined carbohydrate that might have been managed efficiently at 35 can create a much larger metabolic ripple at 65. There's also a shift in mitochondrial efficiency. Mitochondria are the tiny energy-producing structures inside cells responsible for burning fuel cleanly. With age, mitochondrial function can become less efficient, meaning fats and sugars are not processed as smoothly. When unstable processed oils, especially those high in omega-6 polyunsaturated fats that oxidize easily, enter the system, they are more prone to generating oxidative stress. Oxidized fats can damage cell membranes, including those of blood vessels and nerves. At the same time, the body's internal antioxidant defense systems are not as robust as they once were. Glutathione, often referred to as the master antioxidant, plays a crucial role in neutralizing oxidative stress and supporting detoxification pathways. Production of glutathione and other protective compounds tends to decline with age, particularly if nutrient intake is suboptimal or chronic inflammation is present. This means the cleanup crew that once handled dietary insults efficiently may now respond more slowly. When processed seed oils are combined with refined carbohydrates, a very common pairing in packaged foods like chips, crackers, pastries, and fried snacks, the metabolic impact intensifies. Refined carbohydrates cause rapid glucose spikes and insulin surges. Insulin promotes fat storage. Meanwhile, unstable fats may contribute to inflammatory signaling. Together, they create what could be described as a metabolic storm. Elevated blood sugar, increased triglycerides, oxidative stress, and inflammatory pathways all activated at once. Younger bodies often compensate more quickly. There is more metabolic flexibility, stronger antioxidant defenses, and greater muscle mass to absorb fluctuations. After 60, that resilience is reduced. The system can still function remarkably well, but it has less tolerance for repeated stressors. The key factor is not a single meal or occasional indulgence. It's the long-term daily pattern. When unstable oils and refined carbohydrates become routine staples rather than rare exceptions, the body must constantly manage small inflammatory responses. Over years, those small responses accumulate. After 60, the physiology shifts toward needing greater stability rather than stimulation. The body responds best to consistent, clean fuel sources, whole foods, stable fats, adequate protein, fiber, and micronutrients that support antioxidant production. It is not about perfection or restriction. It is about reducing unnecessary metabolic chaos. At this stage of life, your body is not asking for extremes. It is asking for purity, balance, and predictability in the fuel you provide. Stability becomes powerful medicine. Who should be most careful? While everyone can benefit from better fats, you are in the high caution group if you already manage hypertension, high blood pressure, as inflammation stiffens the arteries, high LDL or triglycerides, especially if your doctor has mentioned small, dense LDL, a history of heart disease, where protecting the lining of your vessels, the endothelium, is the top priority. Prediabetes, because insulin resistance makes the inflammatory effects of seed oils even worse. This isn't a call for universal panic, it's a call for context. If you are highly active and eat a mostly whole food diet, a little seed oil won't hurt. But if you are already fighting the fires of inflammation, why add more fuel? Smarter fat choices. It's not about eliminating fat. It's about upgrading your fats. You want oils that are chemically stable and provide anti-inflammatory benefits. Extra virgin olive oil, EVU, the gold standard. It's rich in polyphenols that actually protect your heart. It's perfect for low to medium heat and salad dressings. Avocado oil, highly stable at high temperatures, making it the perfect replacement for vegetable oil when roasting or sautéing. Fatty fish. Increasing your omega-3 south from salmon or sardines is the best way to rebalance the omega-6 south already in your system. Small amounts of butter or ghee, in moderation, and especially if grass-fed, These can be more stable for cooking than highly refined seeds oils. Raw nuts and seeds. Get your fats in their natural, fiber-rich form. These alternatives provide a better fatty acid profile and don't break down into inflammatory compounds the moment they hit the pan. You're not just changing a bottle. You're changing your internal chemistry. How to transition practically. Don't feel like you have to purge your kitchen today. Start by replacing one bottle at a time. When your current vegetable oil runs out, buy a high-quality avocado oil instead. Read the labels on your healthy salad dressings and mayonnaise. You'll be surprised to find soybean oil is often the first ingredient. Look for versions made with 100% olive or avocado oil. Avoid repeated deep-frying oils become more toxic every time they are reheated. Most importantly, focus on whole foods. The less packaged your food is, the less you have to worry about hidden low-quality oils. Common mistakes? A big mistake is switching your oil but keeping an ultra-processed diet. If you cook with olive oil but still eat crackers and store-bought cookies daily, you're still getting a heavy dose of refined seed oils. Another mistake is heating extra virgin olive oil until it smokes. This damages the delicate, healthy compounds. Also, don't assume organic or non-GMO seed oil is automatically heart-safe. It's the omega-6, concentration, and the refining process that are the primary issues, not just how the plants were grown. Finally, remember that all fats are calorie-dense. Upgrading the quality doesn't mean you should ignore the quantity. Important safety notes. It is important to clarify that not all seed oils are poison, and they aren't going to cause a heart attack overnight. Cardiovascular health is multifactorial. It involves your activity level, your stress, and your overall sugar intake. If you are currently taking statins or medication for cholesterol, do not make radical changes without discussing them with your cardiologist. We want to avoid extreme elimination diets that lead to nutritional deficiencies. This is about balance and awareness, not fear. Bigger message, it's about inflammation balance. Heart health after 60 is about the long game. Chronic inflammation builds slowly over years, but it can be calmed down with small, consistent swaps. By choosing stable, anti-inflammatory fats, you are taking a major step in protecting the flexibility of your arteries and the health of your brain. Small kitchen swaps compound over time to create big results. Awareness leads to control. You have the power to protect your heart just by reaching for a different bottle in the pantry. Now I want you to do something right now. Go to your pantry and look at your cooking oil. What does the label say? Is it vegetable oil, corn oil, or olive oil? Tell me in the comments. I'm curious to see what's in your kitchen. If you found this warning helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe. We are dedicated to helping you stay strong and informed after 60. Your heart deserves smarter protection, not just marketing promises. I'll see you in the next one.